Hi foodies, welcome back to Cook with Puneet, where vegetarian food is made easy. Today we'll be making a very famous Punjabi appetizer called Pakora. So if you would like to follow along, please continue watching and don't forget to share this video. For this recipe, we'll need besan, also known as chickpea flour. We'll need some Dhai, but if you don't have Dhai, you can also use water. I used 3 to 4 sliced potatoes, thinly sliced them. Half a head of cauliflower, also thinly sliced. 2 to 3 onions, also sliced. Two to 3 green chilies. Salt, red chili powder, baby spinach, and oil for frying. We'll start off by making the batter for the pakoras, so I've used about 6 to 7 spoons of besan. And I'll just take a whisk and lightly whisk up the flour so we can break down the flour and not have lumps in them later on. And then I added about 1.5 spoons of red chili powder and about 2.5 spoons of salt. And we'll just mix that all together. We don't want the batter to be super thin or thick. The thicker it is, the longer it'll take to fry. I noticed that with mine is a little too thin, so I did add a little bit more besan to my mixture. I just didn't catch that on camera. So just try to keep the batter at a medium consistency, not too thin, not too thick. If it does get too thin, just add more besan into the batter. And if it's too thick, just add a little bit more Dhai or a little bit more water into it and make it a little thinner. And after you've made your batter, we're gonna add all our veggies in it. So I first added cauliflower into it. Next, we'll add the sliced potatoes. Then we'll add the onions in it. Next, we'll add the green chilies. And then we'll add the baby spinach into it. You can use regular spinach. It's just easier to use baby spinach. So notice that my batter is super thin because it's sliding off my vegetables. So after frying one pakora, I noticed that it was too thin, so I added more besan into it. You just want it to be sticking together and not falling apart. Next, we'll heat up our oil, and in order to see if our oil is ready for frying, you're just gonna take 2 drops of the batter and pop it into the oil. If they float, that means your oil is warm enough to start frying. If they don't, just wait a little bit longer. And as always, when you're frying, please be careful around oil. So notice how when I put my first pakora in, the spinach kind of fell out. That's when I noticed I have to add more besan into it. And you're just gonna take small little portions of it and just start dropping them into the oil. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it could be as big or as small as you'd like them to be. I like mine to be a little bit of a medium size, and we're just gonna fry it until they turn a golden brown color. If you're unsure, just after the first batch, just check if your pakora are fully cooked from the inside. That means the batter should fully be cooked. It shouldn't be liquidy inside. And if that does happen, you can pop your pakora back into the oil and fry them again for a little bit longer. Typically, it takes about 3 to 4 minutes for them to fry. At first, it is a little bit intimidating to make pakora, but once you learn how to do it and you've done it a few times, it's so easy. It doesn't take any time at all, and it's one of the quickest appetizers you can make. Now our pakora are ready. You can have pakora with the side of chutney, which could be imli chutney, mint chutney, or even ketchup, and these taste so good when it's raining outside, the weather is a little bit cold, and you have a hot cup of tea and you can have pakoras. So enjoy with your family and don't be intimidated by this recipe. I promise you, once you start making it and you get more experience, it's super easy. I still sometimes struggle with it, but I'm getting better as we make more. As always, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.